On our second day in Florence, we had an orientation to begin us for this semester abroad. Some of the content in the orientation had to do with how to survive in the city, where to get groceries, how to go to the bank and take money out, just typical survival skills, being that we will be here for 3 months. Among some of the other things they taught us in orientation were like safety tips and things. As a conclusion to our orientation, we ended the day with a guided tour, which was really helpful, being that it was among our first days in a new city to kind of get the lay of the land by having a guide with us. We took a tour of the outside of the Duomo area, which is one of the biggest churches that Florence has to offer. We went across the Ponte Vecchio Bridge, which is one of the most famous bridges that Florence has. At the end of our day, we concluded the evening with a welcome dinner, which was hosted by the AIFS staff. It was just a nice way to conclude an information-filled day and get to feel finally welcomed in our new city. Right now, I'm standing in the AIFS Study Center. This is the hub of the Study Center. This is where a lot of students come to do their homework or just hang out if they're having a down day. The hours of the AIFS Student Study Center are Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Florence itself isn't a very big city, so having the school located just a 5-minute walk from the Santa Croce Church is pretty convenient. So AIFS Customize is unique in that they are pretty flexible on what you want to study while you're out here. Any major of any kind can come over here as a student, and you also are allowed to bring your own professors. If that doesn't interest you, AIFS does provide staff members that would be willing to teach you as well. The beauty of doing a study abroad program is with just as much inside the classroom work as you're doing, there is a ton of opportunities to do a lot of outside of the classroom work. On the weekends, AIFS would plan a lot of day trips for us and weekend trips. So some of the places we traveled to were Siena for a quick day trip, San Gimignano, which is where the best gelato is in the world. We also went to Cinque Terre. They took us to Pisa, and also spent a weekend in Rome. When we go on these weekend trips, AIFS is always very diligent about providing guided tour guides for us. We aren't always just going there blindly. We do have a tour guide that is always giving us information about the history of the location, what the location has to offer, and of course all the sites and food places to check out. The staff members of AIFS are always there to help too. There's Gina, Eleonora, Max, Chung, Zola, Bodhi, and Sophie. AIFS Customized isn't just centrally to Florence. In total, they have around 1.5 million students that study abroad. Out of those 1.5 million, 50% of students do receive a scholarship to study abroad, so it is financially attainable. In AIFS tuition costs, your housing accommodations would be provided to you in addition to most of the day trips that you take on the weekends. Depending on the size of your program, you can opt into a group flight, which is also offered by AIFS, and then an optional meal plan program, which will give you a variety of vouchers to choose from restaurants located around the city. In addition, the cultural activities that AIFS provided is within that same tuition cost as well. When you study abroad with AIFS Customize, in your tuition charges, you will get a housing accommodation. Normally, you share your housing apartment with 5 to 6 roommates, and you will receive an apartment that is fully furnished. Your apartment comes with a kitchen, a living room, bedroom, and bathroom as well. All the AIFS apartments are located throughout the city of Florence, but no matter where you're placed, it'll usually be a 25-minute walk or less to the school. Depending on the package that your university chooses with AIFS Customize, you will get to go on a variety of cultural activities with AIFS. These activities are anything between an opera, a fresco painting class, a cooking class, guided museums and church visits, climbing the Duomo, and a soccer match.